I know I'm looking for something. Gotta find it first. Whatever it's going to be, right? Happy Saturday. I'm out here trying to pull off one of my adventures, that's all. Human. Just got finished raining. Don't know how long I'm going to be out here, though. I'm actually carrying something out into it instead of away from it. That's just one of my amateur handprints on some cement, that's all. Gotta figure out a cool place to put it so it can be recovered, maybe found a few thousand years from now. Thing's been sitting in the back of the vehicle for about a month, and I made that thing. I don't know how long ago. Just my first amateur doings. Gotta make another 50 more. And place them everywhere I can. But look, we have a friend right here. I knew I was going to find something today. Look at this little guy right here, this little lady. Another reference picture for the collection. Don't worry about me. I mean, no harm at all. Beautiful. At least we found something today. A turtle. Chilling in heaven. You think there's going to be something out here? Well, there's a garbage bag. I already got 2 of them. I wonder if they want me to collect that, but I bet it's full of garbage. How it got here, I don't know. I bet the wind blew it in. Beautiful. What the heck do I get myself into? How the heck am I going to get out of here? I mean, look at this. How the heck am I going to get out of this, guys? First of all, I got to get into it before I get through it, right? Oh boy, things I get us into. Carry on with the adventure, through the adventure. I mean, there could be 3 hornets' nests up in here. I would never even notice. I got to try to get around the Jaro spiders. They got this place on lockdown. Man, the things I do at this ancient age of mine. What's the quickest, easiest route? Not to mention that, I got to pay attention to the snakes out here. And anything else that might be harmful to us. Beautiful. Look at that. They're always going to lead me to something. Masterpiece. Just like these guys here. Why am I whispering? That's where I got to be right here. That's where I got to be. But I am where I am at the moment. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. I had plans to do something more luxurious than this. I'm just trying to make my way to this ancient creek out here. I'm just taking a different route through heaven, that's it. You know, early September. Gotta stop and look around at the yellow things that are changing colors. Hope you like my little art videos. Man, look at that. Nothing but high grass. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I had big plans to go to another spot and look for some pottery. Didn't quite make it. The traffic was too bad, and they diverted me all the way over here. Oops, another Jaro spotter in my face. My bad. 2 of them. Babies. Man, look at that scene. Any second now, the deer is going to pop up and take off running. I feel like it's coming. Let's hope they gave us the pottery replacements out here, you know. I just can't stop looking. I'm burning time. It's already like 2 o'clock. I was hoping to cover 2 different places today. I don't think that's going to happen, guys. I don't know if that's going to happen. I haven't even covered the first place yet. How can I cover 2 when I haven't even gotten to the first one? But they know that I know what's more important. It's experiencing this. And it was supposed to be so cloudy today. The sun has been out in this area, at least, for the past couple of hours, giving us what you're looking at. Place is going to change for real in the next month or 2. Welcome to heaven. If you see a giant snake, please let me know. Yeah. You know exactly what we're missing. At the spot we were planning to go today. You know exactly what we're missing. Could be half intact pots. Really though. That's what's got me bummed though, guys. I made a huge mistake a couple of times this week already. Or in the past couple weeks. What a bummer. Yeah, I went out to this one spot after work at Vinci. Only had about an hour and 10 minutes to look around. Realized I made a huge mistake because I was seeing major naturipulation. You know, natural manipulation. You talk about being bummed out. And I didn't have time to look. At least I found one little piece off camera. Well, I wasn't even filming. What am I talking about? I wasn't even filming. Let's hope we can make up for that today. Gorgeous. Nothing like that exploring. Taking a long cut instead of a shortcut. Maybe this is a shortcut. I don't know. Some of the time, the shortcuts end up being longer than taking a long way, I guess. I'm looking for hornet's nest. You know where they like to hang out? Check it out. I think I found a perfect spot for my little handprint thing right here. In this deep hole from where a tree used to inhabit. Different kind of protection. I know it's just amateur, it is. It was just my first go at it. Gotta choose a different kind of masonry next time. If I'm going to do 10 or 15, even more. Perfect. Drop it in and let nature take over. It's going to be a while before someone finds that. If they ever do. Is there a giant pot in here? Why am I always looking for the pots? How the heck am I going to get down? I don't see any fresh flow marks. What the heck? It's been raining cats and dogs for a very long time. I don't see any new flow marks. I mean, look at that. It still has the brown silt just sitting on top of it. Weird. Don't tell me I made a bad decision. I want to see some fresh sand. Maybe it's just still wet and it's not dried off yet, you know. Don't know until we get down there, right? All right. Perfect. Now if only I could find that finger pointer. There it is. Check it out. Look at this. This thing's been here for like 3 years. I've been looking for it for 3 years now. They have manipulated the heck out of this place, but check this thing out. They have been gradually washing it off. My finger pointer rock that I threw up here 3 years ago. I've been looking all over for it. Every time I come out here, I keep looking around and I couldn't find it. Now that I got it, what am I going to do with it? Hide it in a different location. Because it's just important that I know where it is. That's the most important part. That I know where it is. Let me find a cool spot for it. A place that is unforgettable. Spiders. Spiders. Now I'm never going to forget where it is. And I know exactly where to find it. Unforgettable. Let's try to make our way down here. It's been about a month since I've been here. Well, dang. I don't see any new flow marks. But wait, hold on. I might be wrong. I could be wrong with this. There's mud on top of the leaves. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. You're going to act like the other ones out here and say, hey, doofus, why don't you start looking around instead of looking at leaves? Well, good point. Not mine. Old school for real. Don't recognize that from last time. Water flowed down. It must have gotten high up here. Just give me a half intact pot that's tipped upside down. I better not see my old footsteps either. Oh, there's perfect white quartz. When you see that out here. Hey, okay, alright, hold on. Oh, this piece of coal. Yeah, I'm seeing flow marks now. That's a good sign. Let's just hope that they laid something out for us, Something ancient and not new. I guess a deer got caught right here. I mean, there's bones all over the place. I see like 6 of them. And the skull is in the water behind us. I'm not going to show you that. Something from this 80s, I think. Crazy. I hope they know that I got 3 empty bags. I guess they're expecting me to pick up the garbage again. Oh, there's a piece of the pot. Tiny. Maybe it's just crockery. And that's exactly what it is. Old school crock. Let's go and leave it. Should be something right up in here. Pretty large, intact, flipped over. Great design on it. Cool place for it to be a flip through. But I'm not seeing it. And not so much the pottery. There's 2. Barely make a dent in the bag. Check this out. Look what I just found. Go ahead and add it to the pocket. I know, just a little piece of garbage. That's it, nothing major. But I think I might have found my first point of the day. I don't find points out here that often. But I've never seen one quite like this. Beautiful. Never seen one like that before. I know it's just symbolism out here. They know what I'm looking for and they give it to us. Crazy. Tell them thank you. It's starting to seem like every time we come out to do this kind of thing, it's almost like I'm on the verge of making some major discovery. I don't know. Oh, is that a scraper? Or it's just a chip off the old block? Could be a scraper. I think I'll just leave it though. Don't find white quartz out here that perfect, and when we do, it's usually something, especially if it looks like that. Can't keep all the rocks. I've learned my lesson. When entities out here scream at me not to take their belongings. Wonder if they consider the arrowheads as rocks, because they did come from nature. I definitely have to consider that. Imagine if I had to take all my collection all the way back out there. Imagine if I did. Imagine if I had to take all my wood back out there. My wood collection. every single natural item I've ever collected. What if I had to take it back out and say I'm sorry? What the heck kind of museum collection would I have after that? I already know I would have to make my own. I would have to create my own, guided by the knowledge that they taught us about how things are made and created, you know. Beautiful. I know what you're going to say. You're going to argue. You're going to say, hey, if they didn't mean for you to collect all that stuff, they wouldn't just set it up for you. You would find nothing at all every single time you went out. You wouldn't see anything. They wouldn't guide you to see it. Because they hold on to the rest of it. The fully intact pieces under the ground. They just let us collect the scraps. Beautiful. Nice piece. I guess we're just lucky to find what we find, you know. Use it for guidance for the future. Gather an understanding about things. Oh, it's a rock. What you know about that? Even has a curve on it. Wild. Hold up. Talk about being perfectly intact. Is it or is it not? It looks like it might be a little modern to me. I don't see any embossed lettering on it. I see a smooth surface. Yeah, it's modern. Oh, it is a smooth surface. Return for a refund. Check that out. 6.5 ounces. Well, keep it up there for later. Check us out, an axe head, hammerhead. Probably not. Nah, it could be, but, you know, everything looks like something out here anyway. "91 seconds later. Very cool indeed. Top of a bowl or something. Maybe it's just part of the one I already have that smashed the smithereens. And this is just a puzzle piece. Watch them say, heck yeah. Gorgeous. What a gorgeous day this ended up being. So many answers out here, though. It's not just here. Although I know I did get a lot in this one creek. All those monumental answers. Questions, things that they were telling me on the audio. A rock. Just like something we gotta look for if we have time the rest of the day out here. One of the most interesting EVPs I ever got out here. Just beyond a bridge up here. That I'll never make it past. Animal's face is still out here. The animal's face is still out here. That I definitely had to think about. after I heard it on audio as clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. Almost as if I could hear it without the headsets in. That's when you know you got a good EVP. A perfect EVP. When you can basically hear it without the headphones in. Animal's face is still out here. Made me wonder about that one though. It could be one of three things. Actually one of four things. They could be calling me an animal, even though I'm a human being. They could consider us as animals. Like when I came out there and they said, your face is still out here. Or it could actually mean a couple more things too. What the heck is this thing? It scared the crap out of me. Thought it was a dead fish. Probably part of a launch here. Let's go ahead and add this little thing to the pocket. Kind of cool, even though it's garbage. Animal's face is still out here. What if there's a carving on a rock, a stone out there, an effigy doll, symbolizing an animal that's under the ground? What if it's in plain sight, up the creek? But there's two other things that I consider it could be. You know how we like to see those faces in heaven. What if you can actually see animal faces? The faces of the animals that have been long gone, where their faces are captured and evident within the nature that you're looking at. You just have to know how to see it. But nature changes all the time though. It does. Even with the blowing wind, a face can change in a heartbeat. In a split second, it can change. And they know I know the truth. If that's it, then we're not going to see the face again. Or even for a first time to see it. But there's something else too I got to consider. In that same location, a little bit up on the hill behind the subdivision, I found 3 cans that had painted faces on them that looked like pigs. I can't remember if I found that after the video, like another video later, or if that was the same day that I found them. And I just carried them out there. Took them back home. Not back, but took them home. Because I thought they were cool. They had a face, I thought they had a soul. So I just collected these little rinky-dink cans that probably somebody just painted on there. Typical garage cans, like little paint cans. You know which ones I'm talking about, the green ones. Looks like they have pig faces on them. There's 3 of them. And I just used them as storage. But what if there's a 4th one? What if there's a 4th one that I never saw? And they were just telling me that the animal's face is still out there. Cool. Look at that. I think they might have done something major right here by looking at it. Boy, look at that dark cloud right there. Man. Check that out. What a beautiful summer day. Gotta keep saying summer until summer's actually done with, right? Got a couple of things to look at. Definitely going to be hanging on to the art. Clean it up a little bit. It's got some promise to it. It acts as something else. Not so much the other side. But this side's got promise to it. Look at that. It's like a painting. And then, of course, we all know what that is. I'm not keeping it, though. Ancient ash. Solidified. Even had a plant grow right through it. Like a root. ancient. Could be 3,000 years old. Could be 325. Got too much as it is. Not like we're going to find the owner. Golf? Maybe so. Could be soccer. Let them hang on to it. You know what I'm doing with the shoes from now on? I know you saw it earlier. We know it's busted, but at least it's something major. Thank you, Lord, for the recovery. Turning out to be a decent day after all, no matter how late I got out here. What the heck am I looking for? Whatever it is, it's always going to be something. But the gold is not out here. It's not. The gold isn't here. Even at Kennesaw Mountain, it wasn't there. But I wasn't looking around the mountain, around Kennesaw Mountain. I just got the EVP of a lifetime out there. To be honest with you, I got several monumental EVPs around Kennesaw Mountain. Like the third video I've ever made out there. Who knew that that place was that active when it comes to the souls of the ones out there? I had no clue. I thought it was all a joke. But I've learned that the spirit side is no joke. Not even close to being a joke, even though they like to play jokes. But who the heck was the one that told me to find the treasures and then 5 seconds later tell me that their gold is not there? That I don't understand. Find our gold. Mine is not here. So I guess I'm trying to say that we know for a fact now that there's no gold around Kennesaw Mountain. There's no temple treasure around Kennesaw Mountain. They even said in the audio. What the heck kind of game is this? If this was a joke, if this was satellites up there in space, with people tracking our every move, giving us EVPs through frequencies in the phones and stuff, but they would know that no one could ever hear it. So it would be a waste of time and tax dollars to deceive somebody, right? But if it was a game, if it was a gigantic joke, they would be saying some crazy stuff. They would be saying some craziness. Like, drive down Peachtree, go to Peachtree Center, look under the sidewalk. It's all in Fort Knox. You have to go to Fort Knox. Here's the door code to get in. They would be saying crap like that. But if it was any kind of major joke, they wouldn't tell us to find the gold and it's not there at the mountain. That theirs is not there at the mountain. And that also tells me what? Theirs is not at the mountain. not at Kennesaw Mountain. Mine is not here. So what does that mean? There's multiple of them. Like I told you hundreds of times in my videos, there's multiple of them. Man. I just want to find something so mind-boggling that it makes me sick to my stomach. In a good way. Nauseated. I just want to lay my eyes on something so historic. So perfect. Once in a year find. Now that the year is dwindling away. That it turns my stomach. I've had a few of those in the past. I have. And I want even more. Because I'm always looking. Improving the golden tan for real today. Totally unexpected when it comes to the kind of weather that they, have given us today. I mean, look at this. How could you not want to look at that kind of scene all day? Minus the stuff that God wants you to pick up. All that stuff to clean them up. Move it along. Make them more beautiful. But you know what? They're always going to be beautiful no matter what. I tell them that at least 20 times a day. And I've been saying it even more over the course of the last month. Because that's exactly what they need. And that's exactly what they want. To be the most beautiful. To be the most perfect. All it takes is for somebody to notice, right? For ones to come out and tell them. Because who knows what's going to happen if you don't. Imagine if we can carry a chainsaw around with us every time we went out. Cut it up into tiny little pieces. Let the creek carry it out. Imagine how much more heavenly a place like this would look with nothing but green all around. Nothing but life. Nothing but beauty. But you got to know how to talk to them. You got to know how to say it. How much you love them. How beautiful they are. But there's a trick in the game. And I've learned that trick. You can say what you want. You can say the phrases. You can say the words. But they know exactly who they are. And so do I. It. Most of the time you gotta say it. And they say the most loving things when I say the word it. When I call it it. When I call the Almighty. When I call them it. They speak up like you would never believe in my videos. I've learned that over the course of the last year or two. If I say the word it, they chime in and say, you love me. They chime in and say, I'm beautiful, you love me. Please love me. Please give me. Give me this, give me that. But when I call it, they chime in because they know what they are. They know what it is because they are it. How strange is that? We've always been taught in our societies these days, our cultures, that it's rude to say or call people it. Call something it. Saying that is a form of being rude. But for the one out here that is it, they seem to like it. Because they want you to know what it is. Who they are. The heck is that thing? Bet it's just a nut. Shell. Yeah, that's what it is. Dang it. Thought it was an ancient piece from ancient days. So many times in my videos in the past, no matter if it was fall, winter, spring, summer, if I slipped up and said it, even though I was talking about the weather, the scenery, it claims that to be it, is what I'm trying to get at. Look at it. Look how beautiful it is. Look at that beautiful winter sky. Look how crystal clear the blue sky is, with the high white clouds moving at 90 miles an hour. It is so beautiful out here today. I'm so loved, I am Africa. It's almost like it gives us a piece of knowledge, a piece of its own knowledge every time we tell it how beautiful it is. Even though half the comments that they talk about in the videos speak otherwise. I look terrible. I look hideous. Clean me up. I'm sad. Please love me. I'm ugly. And then the ones around them speak up to help them out, to help you understand things. And the other ones chime in and say, the lady's face is ugly. And then you look down and notice a pile of garbage in a grassy area. Boy. They always want to be the prom queen, the prom king, all at the same time. Because they know exactly who they are. But to me, every bit of them is beautiful. Every bit of it is beautiful and gorgeous and perfect. The Vinci style. I even told them before, please don't let me hear you say that again about yourself, Almighty. Because even other things that you might consider to be ugly is extremely gorgeous. You just have to know how to look at it and see it. A giant art piece in the Museum of the Universe. But they definitely don't like that human garbage. And neither do I. I thought I was trying to get out of here early. What the heck am I doing? Trying to face the challenge, I guess. Speechless. Yes, I set the jug down. I knew there had to be something over here. It looks like a piece of soil, but an immaculate piece of soil at that. There's my footprint right there. I stepped right past it. But then I saw a design on something due to the contrast. What do we have here? Probably so rubbed off it's not even funny. Another great collection. Another great recovery. At least it's got some kind of a design on it. When are we ever going to find birds? Mastodon. Butterflies. Hickory leaf designs. Outlines of people and faces. That was beautiful. And so was that. Look how beautiful it is out here. It's so gorgeous. It is so pretty. They love to be loved. They love to be noticed. I think this might be the last piece. I'm at the point to try to get to the other side of things later. Looks like everything out here except it's got a design on it. Last one so far. Let me go ahead and continue forward. Elsewhere, that is. Got to be a piece of glass. Or it's a inept, broken arrowhead. Dang it. Busted. Look at the size that thing would have been. What a shame, ladies and gentlemen. Crap. Guys, where's the rest of it? Man. Oh. Animal's face is still out here. Where is it? Animal's face is still out here. Is the animal's face still out here? As you can tell, I unplugged the headsets to get a more crisp EVP frequency on the audio. There's some boulders up on the hill. We'll look at those another day. What am I missing out here? Where's the animal's face? Is the animal's face still out here? Am I looking for a carving on a rock, on a boulder? I know this sounds funny, but am I looking for the animal's face in the trees, in the bushes? Where is the animal's face? Is it in the landscape? Is it in the sands? Is it part of everything just like us? Please tell me where the animal's face is. Is it behind me? Is it up on the hill? Did I already collect them? Got an hour to run through this place to find something else. Don't even know if it's pottery or not. It's got the curve on it. Cracker thin. The heck kind of pottery is this? So perfect, it's almost like it's a piece of concrete or infill between bricks. But it wouldn't be if it had a curve on it. Weird. Four years ago, I came out here and you said Animal's face is still out here. Wouldn't it be perfect if we could find it? Especially if it was in a rock or whatever. Carved. Hundreds or thousands of years old. But there's a different kind of frequency out here now, 4 years later. The loud running waters. Never like this 4 years ago. Wasn't even a log jam out here. They'll have to tell us another way. How to find the animal's face. Maybe I missed one of those green cans and that's what they're talking about. Just part of the game. Hey, check it out, a friend. Second one of the day. Heck yeah, perfect find. Life itself. Waters haven't gotten high out here. Why'd I even come out here then? Means nothing was manipulated, except the animals doing their thing. What the heck is up in these lands? Not too far from that one spot where I got like 40 EVPs in a matter of a couple minutes. Conversations between many entities out here. Tell me to take 78, whatever the heck that means. Talking about I stole their rock. Gotta find out which one it is so I can give it back. That's all the time we got left. It's 7:25. Crazy how time just flies by. Beautiful. Another short day. You know what? If you give me one flawless piece of pottery left in this day of ours, I'll call it a night. Nothing yet. And it's getting late. What the heck am I looking for out here? Answers? That's exactly what I'm looking for. Answers. Now what am I supposed to do? I said if I found one flawless piece of Native American pottery, I would go ahead and call it a night and leave them alone. And this is what I find. You know how literal they are. If it was the real deal Holyfield, it would be the smoothest one I've ever collected. Even has the curve on it. See you in the next video. Now it's time to go. Thanks a billion. More like thanks a trillion. See you later. Uh-oh. Dang. I think I found exactly what I was meant to find today. In this creek. Because the waters haven't gotten high in a very long time, I can tell. Looks like they're about to get high. And I don't have a plastic bag with me either.